This is Brother West. This is Brother West coming to you again. Come to you again. I'm out and about, taking it easy. Actually, I'm at the car shop getting my car fixed. And as I'm getting my car fixed, I want to come over here and help someone who's, you just lost your job, you just lost your marriage, you just lost your relationship, you just lost your money, you lost your freedom. I want to talk to those people who are feeling lost. You've lost maybe your mother, you lost your father, you've lost someone, you lost your child, you lost someone. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to everyone who will listen to me, who experienced loss. And what I want to do, one of the things I want to say is, in experiencing loss, I've lost a lot. But I thank God that I have more with God. And if I can say that, is back in 2014, I lost my mother. Right after that, one of my sisters that was taking care of my mother, lost her. Then the same sister that was taking care of my mother, her niece, lost her. Then my son was paralyzed. So I understand loss. I definitely understand loss. Certain seasons, certain times where people celebrate. I don't always celebrate, but I think about my mom's or my dad. 4th of July. You know, usually people celebrate the 4th of July because of, well, independence, United States independence. But it's a gloomy day for me in some sense because it's my mom's birthday. So just certain times, certain holidays, Thanksgiving, certain situations in my life that I go through, that it triggers in certain things where normally I go to my mom's, but now I can't go to her because she with the Lord. And I understand that. Even God consoled me. He consoled me. God loved me so much. And I love my mom so much that he consoled me because I've always felt like my mom was my best friend. I always felt like my mom is the only one in my life that has my best interests at heart, who won't manipulate me, who won't take advantage of me, but who will push me forward. And when she died, I felt like a part of me died. And so what it did, though, I learned how to, through her death and through time, I learned how to deal with it. I learned how to remember the good stuff, remember the good times. And I look at it, and what I do, I look at how many years we were together, how many years I knew her. I knew her 40-something years, and so, well, God blessed me so to have 40-something years with my mama. And so in me having 40-something years with my mama, I'm grateful for that, because in those years, Mom instilled into me what I am now. Matter of fact, God told me after my mom had passed, he said that, let me tell you something. He said, son, I took your mother, but I left you a gift. And he said that I left you her sound. I left you her spirit. And so, in death that's life, because what happened was, in me, there was something in me that was asleep. It was asleep. That was buried. But when my mom died, when my mom passed, or when God took my mother, something in me woke up. It had to wake up, because Mama ain't here no more. And so the things that I once went to Mama for wisdom and for advice, I turned to God. And it was so, God fixed it so even God, there was a time in my life when my son was paralyzed, and I felt like no one would help me. I felt all alone. I felt angry because no one, I felt in my mind, would help me with my son. And God helped me with that, because God gave me the strength to be able to do that. I can't worry about what somebody else don't do. I have to worry about what I do for God. I have to worry about what I do that's right. Even concerning my kids. I have to make sure I do what I feel is right as the priest and as his father, or as her father. And so what happened to me when I experienced loss, something in me came alive. Oh yeah, it came alive. Because at one time I could just depend on my mom. But then when mom passed, I had to depend on myself. The same thing with God. There was a time when I would go to people. I would go to, well, not people, I would go to my spiritual father, or I would go to my spiritual father for advice, for direction, all that in different situations. And then I still do, but there was a season that every time that I wanted to go to him, when I felt like death, God blocked me. He made him invisible. And what God told me, he says, the same God that I put in him, the same power that I put in him, the same wisdom that I put in him, the same authority that I put in him, the same insight that I put in him, I'm in you. It's in you. And you know what God told me to do? Look within. He told me to look within, look within. And so in everything I do now, I look within. I go to God, I look within. I could be angry, I could be upset, but I'm going to look within. I'm not going to do no with my hand, because matter of fact, when I wrote my book, Secrets, I wanted to use my hand because there was a situation that popped off that hit me a certain way. And as a man, you know, a man responds like a man. Man responds like a man. And so I was going to respond like a man. I was going to do something. I was going to handle it. I was going to handle it. I was going to handle it because I was going to handle it. But God told me, don't use your hands. Use your heart. Don't use your hands, but use your heart. And find me in those dark places. Find me. Because in those painful, dark places, there you will find my revelation. You will find my wisdom. You will find my understanding. And so what happened was, my pain from loss, from hurt, and all of that, it became my history. My pain became my history. And so now, I'm telling the story. I'm telling the story that God is good. I'm telling the story that he can deliver from anything God can. And he will. Is that all right? God bless you.